Hello. Alright. Need to change title. So today we're doing more animation stuff because we're going to get all the polishing done. So we need to have some animations for it to look a little bit more together instead of just little blobs on the screen and things appearing. We need it to be a little bit more exciting, give a bit more of a wow reaction or disappointment reaction, depending on what you catch. So putting together animations. Okay. Let's get over. Alright. So we'll still run the game in the background as always. But let's put together some animation. So Raven was kind enough to do some animations in one of her programs. I forget what she used. Oh, I want these in a folder. New folder. There we go for now. So let's just try importing animation frames. Yeah, didn't work at all. So we're gonna scale the whole thing. Let's have a look. Creator animation scale image in all frames. Transform mask on the animation layer. So right click, add, transform mask. Ah, there we go. Fancy. Let's just have a look at speed. Why is it looking back 50%? Nice. So we now have this as a potential option. So if we put the fish in front of it, and then rising, and we adjust it. A little laggy. I think we have to move it here. Could just put the fish down actually. Maybe that works better. So if we center this, let's just see how this looks. Wow, so fancy. We probably need to fill in the eye actually. Let's make it a white eye. There we go. Wow, so fancy. So wow. Alright. Let's export this. Oh, render animation. There we go. Let's go bluefish. Alternative. And our FPS, how many frames was this? This was 11. So let's do 22. Alright. How are we looking? So we're looking like this. It's probably still maybe a tad fast. Also interesting how the extra effects makes the black text glow a little bit there, which is kind of cool. Let's try bring this down a bit. Let's go 33. We'll see how this looks. It's not actually like slowing down. Actually, I think they got faster. I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? It's not here I want it. I want to... Nope, Control Z. Insert some hold frames. Bring this up to 100-ish. Okay, that's a bit better. And then you render it 12. Let's see how this looks. Ooh. Okay, we definitely don't do that. Yeah, it's so fancy. Must admit, I'm not sure why it causes all the other stuff to glow around the edges, but that's okay. So now if we go into our bluefish and properties, and let's use the alternative for now. And it still got animations attached. Good. Okay, so we're gonna save as ultra rare animation alternate, so that we've got options. So this one's a little bit nicer, but who knows, maybe the janky one ends up fitting with the aesthetic more, so we'll not delete the old one. Alright. So now the question is, how do we want the others to look? So I can't remember. We were doing moving of sources. This is all default to the riverbank. Oh, that's right. Because if you move the the shadowfish stuff into the folder. That's really annoying that you can't select it from within the folder. Okay. Okay, so we want to work out which part or what animations we want and what part do we want to do where, because some of the stuff is just going to be better to animate as a GIF, and some of it's going to be better to do in OBS and SAMMI. So, for example, when we look at our bluefish and we go into the animations for that, right, that like fold out thing is a lot better to do outside of an animation, because if we do it as an animation we have to do it every single time we add something new. So generally speaking, I think the rule of thumb will be any like continuous or like looped animation we do as a GIF, and any move in, move out animation we want to do as like within OBS, because it just gives us more control and flexibility. Because if I wanted this like fold out effect, I would have to animate not only the rotation, but I'd have to animate the sort of folding effect, and I'd have to redo it every time from scratch whenever we added in a new catch, which isn't the goal. I want to be able to like open up Krita, open up our template for whatever the rarity is, and then just paste in an image effectively, and then just copy paste things. Ideally, the addition of any new fish should take 5-10 minute stops. In reality, it's going to take way more than that, but ideally. Okay. So let's go back to Krita. We want a new file. But we want the same like board size. So let's have a look at the canvas. So we're just gonna snip this. So that we know what that is. I'm gonna go new, custom document. And I think I don't know how I did this. I did this ages ago. Oh, I can save here. Okay. So let's go 231. Let's even add the decimals 0.48 by 279.99. And this is going to be fish game animation template. So RGB because we're doing this on a computer. I don't know what any of that means. So cool. Now we've got that there. Great. I don't need to save that. Okay. And then, now that we've got that, we're going to ignore all that, and we're just going to come in here and delete all these layers. And then we're going to go File, Save As, and we're just going to use Animation Template Base. So now we know exactly where all that is, and I'm actually going to undo. I'm going to remove all this stuff, but I'm going to keep the text layer because now the text will always be in the same spot, which I actually kind of like. Let's just save that again. Alright. So let's have a think about let's just work our way backwards. So let's grab the rare fish related stuff. So currently our rare fish kind of just looks like this. It's just like a less exciting version of what we already have. So with that, we might be able to run something a bit similar. So if we go in, so if we import, go File. Oh no, we can't muck with the animation frames because they're all together. So we can't just have like a single rotating. But what we can do is import our Can we do the red one? We should be able to. Everything's done. So if we copy this layer and paste this in here, hide that for the moment. So it's pulled in all with all the animation as well. Oh, we don't want that. So we need to do our mask thing again so that we can move the whole thing. So we want to add a transform mask. And then in our transform, we just want to move this to be a bit more central and probably make it a bit bigger. I'm pretty sure this will just spin, right? Remove these frames. I think the reason How do we set the limit? There we go. Clip start, clip end. So we want to end at 8. Looks like a bit like a clock. Alright. So where's our green fish? New layer. Green fish here. And I kind of like there being a little bit of continuity between the rare and the ultra rare. I think it just kind of ties it up nicely. I need to change this. There we go. Save that so it's sent from the center. Alright, so we want to save as, and we want where we've got ultra animation here, we just want rare animation. Probably want to move the fish up slightly. And probably fill in the eye as well. Maybe we put black here. Yeah. Why is it doing that? There we go. Okay. Save that. And then we want to export. Render animation. I actually think we want to slow this down a bit like we did the other one. So let's insert 2 hold frames between each. We still want the hold frames at the end, I think. And here, I think we go to 26. I think, actually, I remove those, we go down to 23. Ah, that's better. Now it spins more cleanly. Beautiful. Okay, save. Render animation. How many frames are at? 21 to 23. So we got 23 frames. And we want green fish. Green fish rare. Okay. I'm starting to wonder if maybe we should keep the animations, the reveal similar. So you don't know what you're getting. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. Okay. For now though, we will... Oh wait, this isn't green, this is apparently yellow. Anyway, whatever. Properties. A little bit. That's okay. Will do. We can change the FPS and those variables later if we feel like we want that changed. The important bit is we have a bit of a base. Alright, so common. So what do we want for our common? Currently we just have a blue thing. So let's do the same thing we did before. Let's remove all of those but keep that. And we want to go file, save as. And we want common animation. I suppose this would be uncommon, right? Let's say uncommon. And we'll ditch the trash one. The trash one would just be common. So I'll have Common, uncommon, rare, and ultra rare. Which is pretty standard. Okay, so our current uncommon is our bluefish. Let's bring this in. Oh, this is a file with everything. Whoops. Let's not do that then. Move them. Let's just bring this in. Okay. So our common was just a circle. For that, we're going to A, make this uncommon, and B, that's a bit boring. So we need some fun way of showcasing an uncommon. That's relatively simple. I have no idea how I'd go about this. Or we can change this to red at least. Also, did I change this to centered? Yeah. Need to work out alignment. Also, this is crooked for some reason. No? Maybe the writing's doing it. Need a way of mirror. Anyway, mirror tools. Don't think that helps us. Okay, let's do some research. Gotcha. Game. Uncommon. Pull animation. No, these are all going to be overly fancy and overly animated because they're all from like Honkai Star Rail and things like that. Which doesn't really help us. What works backwards from a star? So we had the really flashy star, and then we just had the red part, but it was still spinning. It could be just no animation, right? Like we could just work backwards and go, well, it's just the red star, but there's got no additional animation to it. And we only put in a reveal, and then the really common stuff just has no background whatsoever. It's just there. And maybe that's the circle, right? The uncommon. Although in this case, if we do a red fish with a red background, we're in trouble. But it could be an option. Okay, let's do that for now, and we'll see what it looks like. And if we come up with better ideas later, we can adjust. Because at the very least, it keeps us moving. And I want to move on to the actual reveal animation, because I think we can do something a bit more interesting than what we've got. There's our rear animation. So we want to grab, we want to copy this layer, we want to stick it in here. And then what we do here is we just remove the animation. Which apparently removed the star altogether. So remove all but the first one. And just to be on the safe side, we bring it down to 0. Starts at 0, ends at 0. Okay, so where's our red fish? I mean, it is a slightly different red. So he is kind of more of an orange, I guess. I even kind of want him outlined a little bit. But as he's a placeholder, let's not muck around with that too much. And we might even make the star a bit smaller. Alright, so it's just a little less special, I guess. No, it kind of needs to be, because otherwise it doesn't poke out enough. Okay, so we go save as. I mean, it's not really an animation, but we'll save it as the uncommon animation. And in this case, we're really just exporting it as a PNG, right? So in this case, it's red fish uncommon. So, okay. And we'll pop this in here. So red fish, uncommon. Open. Okay. And then our common. So remove those layers. Save as common animation. Yes, we will move that. And in this case, we've got our shadowfish. Save. Just line that up there. And we'll just bring in our shadowfish as a new layer. And it's going to be really boring and uninteresting. Yeah, we're just going to see. We will fill in his eye though, like the rest. And then this will be exported as a PNG. And this is just going to be shadowfish. Come on. So. Okay. So let's bring these into our game. And see how they look. So let's remove the display capture for the moment. So we've got our shadowfish, redfish. Redfish needs some adjustment. That. Also, if I select the right one. We should be roughly same size as this one. There we go. They should overlap exactly, really, but then bluefish. So blue can go up a little bit. Theoretically, I should just be able to get the coordinates and it'll line up perfectly. And then yellowfish. Yeah, man, yellowfish. Why is our green fish not... Ah, because I've got... No, that's it. Green fish rare. Ah, I just hadn't updated. That's why. Okay. Great. Now, I think I'm going to go in. I think I'm going to get rid of these move sources. I'm going to do something a little bit different. And for that, we're going to make a testing. So, test animations. Right, and let's grab all our important things. Copy these, test animations, paste these. There we go. Remove that one. Remove this one. Remove that. You were probably hearing double audio there. Okay. All good. Let's close those. Okay, so we're going to add in our image. Test image. And we're just going to bring in probably just our redfish. Actually, let's do our green one. Okay. So let's bring in our rare catch. I'll shrink him down to an appropriate size. Don't know why this isn't scaling appropriately. Oh, it's because it's holding shift, that's why. Okay. So you can't see the text on the black background, but that's fine. That's not the point of this. So I'm thinking let's grab our display capture as well. Where are we? Test. Paste. Okay. Tab. And we'll even move him to the side so that we can see him better while we're doing this. Okay. So my thoughts are, we go into our filters and we had our 3D effect. And then we had our move values. So what I'm thinking is if we've got let's go orthographic. So if we reduce our scale to 0 in both occasions, and then we run a move value on the 3D effect, scale X 100, and then we want a simultaneous move with move 2, and if we do same 3D effect but on the Y value instead, will it like fold out is the question. So simultaneous with our new value. Okay. So it does. So let's go into, actually let's copy these. Duplicate, this is going to be move in 1 And this will be move in 2, and this will be move out 1, move out 2. So we set these to 0, and we really only care about the move out stuff being slower and more dramatic. So let's make this 4 times as slow, so we can see the animation more clearly. And our move in, we can have happen instantaneously. So we want this to be simultaneous with move in 2 and simultaneous with movement 1, simultaneous with out 1, simultaneous with out 2. Yeah, that's much better. All right. So now you get this like appearing out from a center point, which I think is much more flashy and exciting. Also, a lot easier to mess with. So I think we run with that, because then I don't have to muck with any scene effects or anything like that, which makes my life a lot easier. And I think it just looks good in general. I kind of wish I could copy all these. Okay. So let's do that. Let's copy this. And we'll go back into our fishing game. And we will open up filters here. And it looks like we're going to have to do these all separately. Which kind of sucks. Copy. I'll just do it this way. So here we want to scale Y because our other one was X. These are our move outs. 2. This is our move in. And this is move in. Yep. Move into. These are 100 values, and out 1 needs to go simultaneously with out 2. And honestly, that's probably enough. We probably don't need to do the other one. That's X. This one is Y. We need this to be at 0 because it's our reset. In can move simultaneously with the other in. And now we show yellowfish. Ta-da. Oh, right, I have to turn the custom duration down to 0 on the out. Cool. Nice. Alright. And then we want the same thing on our other fish. So we want filters. So this was the value that we had before. So part of this is already set up. But we do want to add in. So here we had just the single scale is what we're mucking with. So let's make these 0 because it's easier for renaming. Out Y, X, Y, up. Out 2. And the main reason I'm renaming these is so that when I get to SAMMI, I only have to remember the one name. That's X and Y, X and Y. We need this to move simultaneously with out 2, and in needs to trigger simultaneously with in2. And we need this custom duration to be 0, and that's 0. Out custom duration is 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Good. That's what it's display capture. But yeah, it's same, just repetition of everything we've already done. Changing these to orthographic. Having 4 of these. X, Y, X0, Y0. Rename. Out simultaneously with out. In simultaneously with in. In goes at a 0 duration. And now our shadowfish here, we can just stick back in here. And we can just add in these filters. Paste, 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 paste. In 100 custom duration. So I think if I rename these first, it makes a little bit more sense. So now in X scale simultaneously without Y custom duration. Yep. X goes to 0, custom duration of 0, move simultaneously within. In custom duration 0. You should be Y. Yep. And 0. Cool. So now that they're all the same, I can also pyramid filter them. So now when we go into SAMMI and we run these, it's all in the transitions. So here we've got our move in stuff. All right. So let's delete everything that was here. Actually, no. Okay, so what we should simply be able to do is go filter. We want the move out 1 to be made visible, and then the move in 1 to be made visible afterwards. And then we should just be able to grab these, copy selected, and we just paste these in each of the other fish. Make sure that they're ordered correctly. And we just change the blue fish to whichever one it is. So in this case, it's the shadow fish. And because all the names are the same, we don't have to change any of that, and it's going to reference the right stuff. So that's the major value. Of getting your names right. Because now we're just matching. So fish, one red fish, red fish. Then we save that. I think this filter change delay needs to be at 0. So that it happens immediately. And the turning off can happen at the 4,000 mark, which is perfectly fine. Okay. Let's save this. And now we can have a bit of a test. So I'm going to test it through the deck hopper. Nope, that just appeared. That wasn't a fancy animation at all. Ah, it may be because it was already... Yeah. There we go. That looks better. Wait, is our redfish... What's our waiting? I thought red was rare. Just uncommon. Let's move this down to 50. Okay, so we need to make sure that all these have their in filters run. So that they're all hidden. Okay, they're all hidden. Ta-da! Alright, that's all working. So let's remove the display capture. And we can... What even is this button? Oh, we were just triggering stuff. Delete that. Yeah. Ta-da! Alright. That's looking better. That's a little bit more fancy of a catch compared to where we were at. So we still have no... so we kind of want a little bit of an animation for the fisherman. And we want a bit of an animation for like the bobber and when the dot appears. So I think we start with the bobber. So I think it'd be good if when there's no black dot, our bobber just gently bobs up and down. On the water. And then when the dot appears, it goes like maybe halfway down, or maybe the white part of the bobber goes down and you can only see the red. And then even the black dot might end up becoming a GIF of it in and of itself, so that the dot. But I think if we do all these with GIFs for the most part, that we can just flick between, they'll work really well. So let's go into that. Let's bring back Krita. And let's grab... Where's our fisherman? So our fisherman currently is here, but he's attached to the fishing pole, which we don't want. So we might need to change our fisherman too a little bit. And for starters, we should crop them. Okay, so maybe that's step one. Maybe step one, before we even think about animations or anything, we want to change our fisherman into some kind of character, and we want to separate the fisherman, the pole, and the bobber. So we want 3 separate entities. Minimum of 2, so minimum of bobber and fisherman. So let's go new, and let's grab our animation template, because I think that's a good size to work with. Okay. So I think while, like, we could do a peepo or something like that, right? Because that's kind of Twitch specific. And I do kind of like the idea of having that art style, but I'm not sure if I want a frog. I think I kind of want like a giraffe or something or other, because the giraffe seems fun. So let's go. Okay. Twitch. So if we have a look at our beloved peepo. An image. So as a reference point. We have our beloved peepo. So I think if we look at, see if I can highlight this a bit better. So I kind of like this art style. Actually, maybe we've got the hands, right? So you want something a little bit dirty and everything. Could do a koala actually. Maybe koala works better, given my nationality. So where's a... Open image view tab. So if we grab some sort of like koala image as a reference as well. Yeah, so we need to find some sort of blend between these two. Can I zoom? Let's just bring this into Krita. A new layer. As on monitor. Sweet. As a mod. Okay. So we're just using these as reference images. And they're a little pixelated, and that's fine. We don't care about that. We just want something to work from. So koala is for the most part a grey blob. Let's grab this. I think we start with slightly larger brush, not that large. Yeah. And then we need, it's probably a bit big, some sort of body. And then we want little stubby legs. And then we'll go into a smaller brush here, and we'll try to do a little bit of detailing. This is a lot easier on a drawing tablet, but that's okay. The point of it is to be a little bit deafy. Actually, I should be doing this on a different layer. Should be doing this here. And then this comes round. All right. And he doesn't get arms. Arms DLC. Right. And then we need a big nose. I've got other images of koalas in the other monitor too that I'm looking at. We need a big nose. Which again, I think I should do on a different layer. Yeah. And then we need kind of derpy eyes. No, that's terrifying. We're when I ain't doing that. Nope, that looks like it's gonna eat your soul. Hmm. This the face isn't working. Maybe we have him sleepy. Maybe that's a good way to go. Okay. Oh yeah, that's better. Sleepy koala. I think that's the way to go. You know what? Let's do more layers because it just makes it a lot easier to adjust stuff later. And if we do something like this, we want to grab this color. But we want to go probably a little bit lighter. Must admit the people idea has kind of gone out the window. Well, sort of. Still looks pretty janky. Okay. Okay. Now, do koalas actually have like a little patch on their stomach? Let's look at an actual koala. Yes they do. It's very white. Okay. So we need to grab this. And it kind of goes from... Yeah. Bring up actual koalas. So we're looking at about under the mouth. So in this case, under the nose. Oh, why is Creature suddenly lagging? So, oh, Creature, what have you done? What are you doing? Not that difficult. It's mostly on their tummy, right? Yeah, tummy and under the arms. So we need... again. Come on. Come on, creature. Let me close these animation things. What do we modify? There's that. Then we'll go and do his arms. So his arms are going to be roughly the size of his legs. Actually, let's just do kind of generic thing. We are going to have to like turn him because we kind of need him at a 45, but let's just get his character design kind of right, and then we'll worry about doing a 45-degree version. So he's going to have little arms that are about this size. It's going to be here. And then that will mean that some of this goes like 5 point here. Let's move some of this out the way. We'll redo this line work. Alright. Okay. Let's get rid of these. I'm going to make you can add a folder. Yeah. Let's rename. Do, do, do. Koala Fisher Con save as. I get the feeling some of our like ultra rare animations will need to redo so that it fits the art style, but problem for later. Adjustments can always be made. The important part is just getting something there on paper, and you can iterate from that. Because trying to get it perfect the first time never works. Okay. So now we need him on like a 3/4. Let's go new. I will do same as before, our animation templates. Remove that background and we'll bring in our koala just so that we can see. Move that. Okay. So we need him on a 3/4. Oh, don't with that. We're gonna grab this, We need to boost our brush up. So our head should remain roughly the same. The main thing that would change more than anything else will be his ear position. Because one ear will be going backwards and one ear is going to face us more. So if we go down to 5 points or something or other. The big difference will be this here. Will be more towards us. And then the other ear will actually be tucked in behind. It'll be almost like straight up. A little bit of overlap, right? Yep. A little bit much there. Yeah. And it'll be like so his head is like here. So his nose will be about here. That, and he's still gonna be sleepy. I may actually find those ear more comes up here-ish. Let's revisit this back here. Maybe here-ish. Oh, that's alright. Maybe we gotta just like taper the line work a little bit. So that's not like implied. Shoot, do we have an image of a contour references? They're all pretty square on. Is there any at this angle that we can... There, what is that? Ah. Here's a good one. Open image in new tab. So this ear is almost like coming. Yep. Let's get the right layer first. So it almost goes like from here, like out and then like down. We can make it a little rounder. We can have it connect up a little bit more too, I think. We were kind of back where we were. Not sure if we moved all that much. Maybe this other ear, that's the problem. Let's go back on this other ear. Only if this was more like this. Oh, there we go. That's looking a bit better. This should be a bit smaller. So let's try this one again. Because this ear should be smaller because it's further back. To there. And then internally, we will get this still, and we will get this lighter coloring, which you're not going to see on the other ear because it's pointed sort of out backwards a bit. And you're going to get a little bit of it in here. I think this little bulge that we've got on his head probably needs to come down a little bit. I think it's probably a little harsh. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. Right. Then we can go back to here. Then we can give him his body. So he'll be a little round. And he's gonna have like one leg here, and he'll have another leg behind. Wait, not that big of a leg. And then he'll have arms that sort of come out. And he'll have his other arm coming to meet the first one where the pole will be. This will come here, round. It'll tuck under his butt ever so slightly. This will come down and meet against the leg. And these other legs will just be behind. And then here, I'll have one arm that comes like so, out the front of his body, and then you'll just see his other arm in the back. Like so. There we go. Then I think it was at layer 4. We'll do these light patches. But those arms might be a little bit thick, but we'll, yeah. And then we'll grab him in all his glory in the background. And we'll just scale it up a bit. Oh no, didn't work with the vector. Alright, we can't scale him. But he'll do. If anything, he'll probably end up being smaller. Okay, so let's go File, Save As. This will be Control File. Then we're going to save him as, or we're going to export as a PNG. Okay. And now we go to our fisherman. We should just better update the image. Let's remove the display capture. Now we stick him on the shore. So can we flip him? Transform. Flip horizontal. He could be over here. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Flip horizontal. There. We almost need him over here a little bit. True, we can do a bamboo fishing pole. I don't know why the TTS didn't work there. I really got to work out why TTS is being funny. Bridge not connected. That's why. Because the bridge wasn't connected. Turns out you need the right stuff there for it to work. We could put him on a little raft even. That could be fun. He could be a little raft bear. Okay. Now it can work. Extension not installed or bridge not connected. What? Test. I swear. I was just going to do my head in. Why is the bridge not connected? It's absolutely connected. And we are activated. Yes.
Test.
There we go. Stupid TTS. One day it will just work flawlessly from the get-go when I start stream. How could my code fail? Actually, technically this is my code, so that's why. I did nothing wrong. It was everyone else's fault. Okay. So, bamboo. Also, technically it would be eucalyptus because he's a koala, not a panda. And koalas don't eat bamboo. I need to give him a little Akubra hat.
No, that's the point.
Okay, hold on. He needs a little Akubra hat. Fuck. Do you know what an Akubra hat is? I'm guessing not. Anyway. Akubra hat.
Koalas aren't supposed to have bamboo. Goes with the goofiness.
So
No.
Akubra hats are these ones. So usually the Australian ones would have like the corks that hang down as well to keep flies off.
That's a cowboy hat.
Nah, slightly different. Akubra was a brand. But this was like what the classic Australian cattlemen used to wear. But yeah, they used to also have the corks that came down to shoo away the flies. Anyway, point is, he needs a hat. Executive decision requires hat. Need the right brown. Where's I guess this brown works. Yeah, sure, whatever. Just doesn't support. I just want the color. Okay, that's kind of a green. Maybe I don't want that one. I think I want this more brown. Image in new tab. Put new layer. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. That's not. I don't want the image this big. I literally just want the color palette. Just give me the color so I can delete. Yep. Okay. Move that. Okay. Probably needs to be like this. No. Needs to come out more. Do, do. Technically, this kind of solves the ear problem. Eh. So the brim will be about there. And then you can have his little ears sticking out the side, I think. It's a cute little hat. His little ear can poke through. And then we want outline. There. Up here. And usually these hats have the little webbing. See, I'm gonna grab this, and we want to go probably a little lighter. It's that little thing, and then we want very thin line in black. Alright, and then cork will be like this kind of tan look. So let's go. Something like this, and something like this, something like this. clean this up a bit in places. Then we go back down to our low points. And we want like a brown. The little dots on the cork. Because, you know, when you're fishing, you gotta keep the flies off. There it is. Beautiful. Alright. Just goes little hat. Okay. Now, hold on. I need to change the image here first. Otherwise it will crash. And then bring it back. There he is. There, he's got a little hat now. And you can stick him on the bank. Okay. So now he needs his fishing pole, right? Okay. So file, new. Save him. New. Okay. Replay. So we can move the dot, which is probably easier than trying to match the pole to where the dot is. Just do the dot to the pole. But we do need to get like some kind of ratio right with it. So we're gonna actually increase this canvas, I think. And we're just gonna double the width. So I'll make the width 40. That way we can have plenty of line. Okay. So bamboo. So bamboo, we need a green. That needs to be this kind of green. Yeah. Is it? Maybe it's more. Maybe it's a tad darker. That looks better. Not that I really should be making comments on it, given I'm colorblind. And we actually might just use the line here because they'll keep it nice and straight. So if our fishing pole is... So maybe we need to make this smaller.
That's red honey.
What? Don't you do that to me. It's not red, it's definitely green. See? It's in the green. It's,
Ha 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 ha.
it's between the blue and the other. Screw you.
Love yous.
Yeah. Of course you do. That's what they all say. Alright. Frickin'. Okay, make that a bit thicker. I'm actually just gonna pull out an image of some bamboo. Bamboo. Okay, so let's look at this closest one. That's actually less helpful than I thought it was going to be. We want probably like this, right? Image and new tab. Okay, so at certain points it will bulge ever so slightly, and then we want like a darker green. So it actually gets quite dark along those points. We probably want like a 2 point, and then along here at fairly even intervals, we want to just go ever so slightly past. And then we want it to take, so we'll cut off our bamboo towards the tips, towards the ends, and even towards this tip. I reckon we taper it like this a little bit, like it was cut. And then we want to come in here, and we just want to, that's probably a little much. Actually, maybe if we got like a really big brush, and we just very, very gently cut into this a little bit. Yeah, too much. Too much. Yeah. Okay. New plan. Rather than going in, we go out. So going here with our brush. And we just fold this outwards a little bit. That on both sides. You can redraw the darker green bits. I actually think this will be right. Really, I should be doing this at a much higher resolution than I am, but that's okay. Yeah. Grab this. tidy these bits. Top one needs to come in ever so slightly. Okay. There we go. That's got those little notches, little bulges there. Okay. And then it needs some sort of line. Actually, it probably needs some leaves coming out. So how do the leaves look? So they're pretty thin and dark. Actually, they're about the same color as the rest of the bamboo. Maybe slightly darker. Let's find a middle point. That's about here. Maybe here. Yep. There. And the line. What color? Let's say made some sort of rope. Comes around here. We can make it slightly darker in places. That's alright. We want that one. Then we actually want a curved line. We do a straight line to like out here. Then we'll do that on a new layer. To here, and then can we curve it? It's not helping. Dynamic brush. There we go. That looks right. But I think we want it to land at a lower point. Let's move this up. Then we'll go back to this layer. Alright. File, save as fishing rod. Save. And I'll export it as a PNG. I will add a new image. Fishing rod. I need this to rotate. Transform. Let's rotate it, I guess.
The bobber needs to be a coconut.
I feel like you're trying to get like so many different plants that none of this makes sense.
That's point.
Okay, I'm glad, at least I understand what's going on here. Yep. Fishing rod. Okay. Cool. So now we just need to move.
Koala, bamboo, coconut, perfect mix.
Okay, we need to make our dots, the images for our dots smaller. Because currently the file is as big as the lake, which is very annoying. Okay, where's... Just move for the moment. Okay, so we want this to be here. We want the 33 to be here. The 66 to be okay. So sir, we need a bobber. Okay. So you want the bobber to be a coconut. We can have the bobber be a coconut. That's fine. Shall we change the background landscape to be a desert? So he's just fishing in a desert with a piece of bamboo and a coconut. Or just like fishing on dry land into like a puddle.
Nope, tundra.
Tundra. Okay, understand.
XD.
Yep. Alright, tundra it is. Ice fishing. remove that. Okay. I was saying coconut. Coconut. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Desert oasis would make a bit more sense, but logic went out the window when you put a hat on a koala.
Wait, that was the turning point. When it wasn't that there was a koala standing on his hind legs going fishing. That wasn't it. It was the hat.
XD.
I just feel
Yep,
like
all the hat.
I just feel like that's not it.
Need OT make the base coconut lighter.
That can be done.
Not enough contrast with the holes.
That can be done. Okay, so we need... because it's going to come out the top. Okay. Why is it doing that? We want there to be some sort of red
LOL,
band.
just
So
the coconut, don't need the red thingy sticking out of it.
I'm trying things, right? Because I'm going to animate this as well, right? I got other ideas too. So I need... Because like your traditional bubble is like white and it's got the white band. Probably, maybe don't need that one. But I need something sticking up as like the top of a bobber. Because I might have the coconut go underwater and only have that top bit sticking out. So I need to think about what we could do, like another piece of bamboo, I guess.
Yeah, cause a coconut is a traditional bobber XD.
No. It's not about whether it's traditional or anything. I mean, I could have the coconut disappear. I guess that could be a direction.
Disappear and make ripples on the surface.
Yeah, that could work. Well, that's that, ain't it? Okay, where are the brows? I need to find brown. This is much harder when you're colorblind. Do I go this direction? No, that's green now, right? Okay, we're in green territory again. All right, bad news. The coconut space as current color. Sucks to be you.
That's brown Han. That's not green XD.
Yeah, well, I can't tell the difference. So we're sticking with this. Okay. So let's remove this. And we will merge these together. Okay. So now we
Sent you an image.
Okay. Thank you. Copy image. Paste. There's monitor. Ah. Copy. I think I have to redo the circle again. Alright, start over. Okay, take that. Alright, we're big now.
Use the very bottom right color. For the holes.
That one?
Yeppa.
Oh, kitten. Poor kitten. Yeah, poor kitty. Alright.
The hole you are cutting off, you dip it in slightly since it's a hole.
You're a hole. But you are correct. But I'm going to do that after I merge these. Merge with labeler. Because now I can cut them together. So, yes, you're correct. It would go. Root, can you stop moving the microphone towards my face? Thank you. Come here. Grab it. I think that might be a bit
Yay.
much. Ah.
No, that's good.
Yeah, I think it's a little too much. Just ever so slightly. Okay, there you go. Didn't change too much, but just a little shallow. Alright. Cool. So now we need this. We actually need 2 animations with this. So let's go save as coconut bulb base. Save. And then we really need this. How do I do this? So there's two directions we can take for animating this. I can animate this so that it just moves up and down, and then we do some stuff with the background layer, so that we like cut the background layer in two, so that there's like 2 different layers, and we sit the bobber between them, so it looks like it's dipping up and down in the water. So that's one direction. 2, we animate it with a mask. So one direction we can take is if we add a filter mask? No. They might call it transparency mask here. I know it from Illustrator and Photoshop. But effectively, what we should be able to do is have like a sort of wave go through it like this. And then we continue this here. And maybe make this a bit bigger. And pretty much we have it so that anything below this line gets cut off. So now when we animate this, if we insert multiple keyframes, let's just add 10 of them. Yeah. That's right. So now if we take this and we look at our onions, and we don't want to look at what's ahead, we only want to look at what's behind. Okay, so then we bob this down ever so slightly. Wait, did the mask move? The mask moved. Okay, lock the mask. There we go. That's what I wanted. So now that goes down. maybe it just goes down a little bit more. And now let's go back to. Then we go to say back up to here. I think this is our starting point. Down, down, up. That's our start. So all these are unnecessary. Remove them. Hold frames, multiple hold frames. Hold frames. Multiple hold frames. Multiple hold frames. So it's what, 9, 10, goes to 11. So we want this to end at 11. A frame rate of 11. Right. So now bumps up and down, but because the mask is there, it will just cut off anything below that line, which will simulate our water. Yeah. And now, if we take this mask and we duplicate it, pop it on this one here, and we go I kind of want to delete that. Delete the copy. Oh, delete the copy. If I go select here, get blue. Ideally it's the same shade of blue, but we'll deal with that in a minute. Actually, maybe we don't do that in a minute. Maybe we do grab exactly that. Where are we? Oh, right, because of the selection. I don't. Where's my selection? Deselect. Remove. Remove that layer. New layer. And we just want to pipette that. Do this again. Do. And then delete the mask. Deselect. The mask is a little janky, so we'll just touch it up. Actually, we might not want that. No, we don't want that because it will cause issues when the black thing comes. When the black dot comes. Okay. So we actually don't want these. We only want this. Okay. Honestly, this could be a bit smoother. So where's the next one? There. I don't know why this isn't showing on top. Oh, that's there. Probably there. Mine seems to go up a bit. Here now. To about there. Okay. Okay, that's at least a bit better. Now we need to reverse this, so we need to copy this one, paste it, copy this one, paste it, copy this one. Okay, that's a bit better. So I still think I'm going to put some hold frames between them. because it'll just slow the animation down slightly. And then what about 22? Yeah. Maybe do halfway, like 15. That's not too bad. Save this. Okay. So then we need to render the animation. That's coconut bobber. And then we need to insert an image, coconut bobber. And now we've got a little bobber that goes bobby bobby bob up and down. So it's not looking quite so much like a still image on a screen. Yeah. And now we need a way for it to like disappear under the water. When the black dot appears. That might be a little more tricky. Because we'd need like some sort of layer mask on this, but in OBS. I'm not sure how we do that. Oh, there might be a way. Okay, hold on. So when I was doing this thing, which is my like testing and learning into this, an introduction to SAMMI related stuff. Do I still have the deck for it? I actually might. Let me turn it on. But essentially, what it does is, oh, it's even on. Is it would like capture and freeze the GIF, alright, and switch scenes and stuff like that. But I actually think we can use that same principle on the bobber. So if we go coconut bobber, bobber scene. Okay. Let's see if we can figure this out. It's the musical stuff while I do this, but I get the feeling. So here, this was. I thought I'd seen footage of this. Oh, they're near the source clone. Okay. Wait, does that mean I can do that just on the bobber? Oh, I can. Okay, so that freezes it. So that can be the stop, but then we need a mask for the bobber so that it can like move downwards, then disappear. I suppose I could just hide it and then we can have like a little splash animation. Maybe that works better. So when the circle pops up, we turn off the coconut bobber. So then we don't even worry about the freeze. We just hide it and then turn on for like a split second, a little splash animation. For however long. Could work. I don't think there's like a mask or something you can do. Oh, this is a mask filter. Image mask blend. Ooh. Settings only apply to SDR video. I don't even know what that means. Okay, maybe that masking thing does it, but I think I have to do some research. Okay, for now, let's delete that. But we got a lot done today, so I think as we've been going for about 3 hours, we leave it there. So we got ourselves a little koala and a fishing bobber. We updated our fish animations. So now I remove our display capture when we catch our fish. Okay, so I have to trigger them. We actually. Oh no, we have to play the game for this to work. Shock horror. So now when we catch our fish, there we go. We have a big oven thing. Looks all special and pretty. We may revisit the backgrounds for each of the rarities, but we'll see. I think for now it's okay. Where there's like little animations for the common and uncommon, and then the rarer ones do have animations. Actually, I'm just gonna go into the filters and trigger it manually. But yeah, but now we've got special fancy bluefish and special fancy green or yellow. I don't know what color this is. It's some color. But fancy, but slightly less fancy than the ultra rare one. And then the plain old regular common fish will have nothing fancy else whatsoever. Wait, there's a copy filters thing? I wish I knew that earlier. Alright. Remember that. Everyone, remember that there's a copy filters option. So yeah. But now we've got catch animations. Alright. And with that, I'm going to leave it for today. So thanks everyone for stopping by, and we will continue working on polishing it, adding additional animations. I'm going to redo the background. Our koala is looking a little bit blurry, so we might revisit him at some point. But we're taking the iterative process mentality where we just do little things, little updates as we progress, and update. And then at the very end, we'll have something hopefully pretty polished, pretty good. And at some point I'll bother to make videos out of this. But problem for tomorrow. So, goodbye everyone. I will see you in 2 days.